Welcome back, watch fans. We're talking about the iconic Rolex Explorer. That's right. This is the icon of Rolex icons, as worn by James Bond and famed explorer Sir Edmund Hillary when he went to Mount Everest. What does wearing a Rolex Explorer say about you? About you, the watch wearer. Now, on the wrist, before we get too deep into it, is, a humble Patek Philippe 3940 perpetual calendar in white gold. Now, what does wearing an Explorer say about you? I mean, this watch has this incredible provenance. Now, I'll tell you the truth. Now, please make sure you're sitting down. If you have a Rolex Explorer, basically what it tells the world is you're a cunt. That's right. You are a dumb cunt. Because this watch is the ultimate marketing scam. It is a piece of garbage made by 6-year-old Chinese children, most likely slave labor, employed in Geneva. That's right. They buy these children in bulk. They import them to Geneva in shipping containers. They let them out, and they put them to work in these sweatshops, in these gigafactories. Now, why would you pay $5,000 for a basic tomato can watch? This watch is made out of tomato can material when, for the same amount of money, you can get a real watch. Now, what is a real watch? Now, I'm going to show you in just a second, so be patient. Be patient here. I know the truth is harsh, okay? The truth is harsh, and there's an old expression, if you want to be hated by the world, if you want to be hated, tell the truth. Okay, and I'm going to tell you the truth, and you may hate me, but look, I'm here to help you, my friends. Look, Rolex is the greatest marketing machine since Anthony Farrow. That's right, the timepiece gentleman, the Ponzi scheme guy who scammed dummies like you from $5 million worth of consignment watches, bunch of suckers. Now, I warned you guys about Anthony a couple of years back. I think in 2002 was that this guy was a fugazi. Now, what better watch is there? Right here, baby. The Rolex Chronograph. Now, this is the real deal. Okay, now they tell you a story. They tell you a fairy tale about James Bond, a fictional British spy, basically based on a drunken homosexual, because that is what the British Navy is. It is rum, buggery, and the lash. That is what it was built on, right? That's famous. Everybody knows that. All the British aristocrats are basically drunken homosexuals and possibly pedophiles. Unbelievable but true. I mean, this is unbelievable but true, but I'm not telling you anything you don't know. And this is based on a fictional spy and some, bullshit, guy who went up a mountain with a Nepalese. I mean, these guys have nothing better to do. I mean, this guy, imagine this. This guy could be, being productive instead of being a productive citizen, and helping his fellow human beings. This guy wastes his time climbing mountains. Now, this watch is actually worn by the U.S. Air Force. That's right. The U.S. Air Force elite fighter pilots, okay? Famously, this was given to the Thunderbird pilots. That was the group that, did the aerobatics, I think they called, whatever. They did little tricks in their planes. But these guys were elite aviators, okay? So this is not an Air King. It's not an Explorer. This is the real deal. These guys wore this watch. Why? Because it's got a timing function. You see this bezel? This bezel rotates. By the way, how much does this cost? How much would you pay for a watch like this, which is vintage? It's got gold. By the way, all you stupid hipsters, you love that vintage stuff, don't you? Huh? Now, by the way, you could put this on a suede strap. You could put this on a suede strap, and it'll look amazing. This is not the right strap. This is for idiots like me. But this watch you can get for approximately how much? I'll tell you right now. $4,400. And it comes on a Jubilee bracelet, and this is the real deal. Okay, this, my friends, is the real deal. Okay, now I paid $3,500 for my watch, and that's what you could probably get them for. You could probably get one of these babies for $3,500. It was worn by, again, elite U.S. Air Force pilots, also given as a reward or as a gift for guys who flew certain combat missions. Now, I got one of these when I flew over Vietnam during the Tet Offensive. I shot down 5 MiGs, and I was given this watch as a thank you from the American government. Now, look, guys, especially all you European, you Euro trash scum, if it wasn't for the American Air Force, If it wasn't for the Americans, you'd all be speaking German or Chinese or Russian, okay? The only thing that's kept you free is the power of the American military. That's right, the power of the American military. Nothing symbolizes America, U.S. power than the Thunderbird, okay? Thunderbird, that's a real name. It's not some poofter name like Explorer. The Thunderbird, that's a man's name. Obviously has an Indian origin, as in not Indian like from India, but like Native American Indians. Amazing watch. By the way, if you're getting one of these used, make sure that the bezel, that these coin edge, it's crisp. It's not worn. By the way, you know what? This is the real tool watch. They call this a tool watch. It's not a tool watch. It's just a stupid Timex. This is a stupid, overpriced Timex. All it does is tell you the time, and you're paying $5,000 for the privilege of getting the time told by a watch made by 6-year-old Chinese kids. This is a watch made by Swiss craftsmen for the Americans. This tool watch, it has a timing function. And, you know, actually, I went swimming with this watch in the Mediterranean. A little water may have come into it because it got a little foggy. I'm not sure if water entered or not, and the watch is keeping perfect time. I mean, really, I think even better than my Patek Philippe. Now, by the way, some of you are wondering, what makes me an expert on these watches? What makes me a professional that you should listen to? Well, look, I am a graduate of the Patek Philippe Watchmakers Academy. That's right. Not Patek, but Patek Philippe. Now, a lot of you don't know, but the real name of the company was Patek Philippe, and the actual watchmaking academy where they teach watchmakers how to make the perpetual calendars, the minute repeaters with all sorts of complications is called the Patek Philippe Academy, and it is in the Val d'Ajou in Switzerland. That's right. And I graduated there. In order to graduate, I had to make a watch. Actually, I made the watch that I'm wearing right now. I assembled this with my own bare hands under the supervision of Philippe Stern, who signed my diploma. Now, what does wearing a Rolex Explorer say about you? It says you're a cunt, basically. Why? Because instead of wearing a real watch, okay, let's say you're broke. Okay, that's your excuse. Your excuse is you're a brokester. You can't afford to buy a real watch. Well, if you buy one of these, it means you got $5 grand, right? Well, you can get one of these for $4 grand. Okay, you want this garbage or you want this over here, this masterpiece of Swiss craftsmanship. Now, the reason guys buy this watch is because, you know, they have a false sense of modesty. False modesty. That's right. You know, they kind of want the status. They want the status of wearing a Rolex, but yeah, they kind of want to be modest and you know, pretend that they're like a regular guy. They're a regular guy, you know, in their cargo shorts, you know, with their flip-flops and urine-stained T-shirt, you know, with a beer belly. You know, they want to pretend to be like regular guys or whatever. But meanwhile, they have this delusion of you know, grandeur, and that's really what they want. But it's not a delusion. We all have a burning desire deep within us to be the most we can be. As the old U.S. Army ad said, be all you can be in the U.S. Army. That's right, be all you can be in the U.S. Army. Because that is really the elite fighting unit of the world. If it wasn't for the U.S. military, most of you guys would be speaking either Russian, German, or Chinese. Okay, unbelievable but true. Now, basically, this is a watch for people who have false modesty. They don't want something that looks like a Rolex, yet they want a Rolex. You know, it's kind of a what's the word? They are what is the thing where you have like two mental states? Bipolar or something like that. I don't know. They're dyslexic, bipolar. I don't know. Something is wrong. There's something wrong with you if you're wearing this garbage on your wrist. If you're paying $5,000, especially if you're stupid enough. If you're a tomato can that pays. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. Where is the high to low? Oh, let me show you this. What these tomato cans are going for. Can you imagine that some tomato can is paying $70,000 for a used, rusty watch? The 45 grand for this piece of garbage. I mean, this is a grift. It's a scam. Okay, it's a scam. Why are you paying 60 grand for this? Because of story. It's a story. Somebody tells you, oh yeah, you know, a homosexual fictional British spy wore this watch. Yeah, okay, I'll pay 45 grand for that. Okay, no problem. You know, some you know, piece of garbage, you know, that climbing mountains instead of being of service to humanity, he wore a watch like this in the hotel room, you know, while he was banging hookers. Okay, I'll pay 30 grand for that, 40 grand. Okay, I get it. Look, it's a scam. It's a scam. Wake up, people. Wake up. You are getting scammed by the Rolex marketing machine. Okay, if you want a real watch, you either get a PATEK Philippe or you get yourself a chronograph. Okay, you got no excuses. You can get one of these for 3,500 bucks. You can get a Rolex Datejust. Yes, you can get this on the bracelet. I showed you this. I showed you this. You can get this for 4 grand. You can get this for 4 grand. And this is a real vintage piece. This is the real deal. Now again, you know what? Because you don't want to be seen as having a Rolex, nobody will know that this is really a Rolex. I mean, it kind of looks like one, but it's not, you know. And you got a timing function, just like a Submariner, just like a Yachtmaster, just like a Daytona. Unbelievable, but true. I mean, by the way, I'm not getting any commissions on this. I should be, but I'm not. Unbelievable, but true. All right, I think I've beaten up enough on this piece of garbage. I think I've made my point that the Rolex Explorer is pure trash. Anybody who wears this watch is pure trash. And that's all I have to say. I mean, I know you're going to leave your nasty, vicious comments telling me that, you know, this is a real watch and, you know, it's low key, it's a tool watch, blah, blah, blah. You know, whatever excuses you want to make. Okay, instead of wearing an Omega, which is even a better watch than a Rolex, yes, Omega is a better watch. Yes, instead you're going to pay 25 grand for a story watch made out of, you know, tomato can material, and you know, it's got some you know, I don't know what it's got, some rat semen as lubricant inside probably. I mean, this is a disgusting watch. You should be embarrassed, ashamed of yourself for even considering owning one of these. Anyway, look, that's all I have to say. I'm never going to mention this garbage again, okay? I'm never mentioning this garbage again. So, with that said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Make sure you click the like and subscribe button for more excellent watch content. It's a very serious watch journalism from a former graduate of the PATEK Philippe Watchmaking Academy with a diploma from Philippe Stern himself. That's right. Unbelievable but true, but this is what it is.